Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. My name is Blaze, and today I will be going through the foundation exercise. Yeah. So if you are new to Blue Prism, you have to go through the foundation exercise, and this is just the overview of what Blue Prism Enterprise is expecting us to do. Now, this is our object studio, and these are the objects that we are designing. So I just want this video to not be more than 10 minutes because this is a summary. So this is the design for my launch page, which on the launch screen, I on the path. So this is our centric data solution part, which is on the data item, and we can see here that on the centric data solution part of the data item, this is the initial value where we wrote the part where data centric is located on my laptop. So you could see it is on c.dot blue prism training application windows centric data solution. Yes, on my folder, if you decide to enter that location you saw, so this is blue prism training applications windows centric data solution. So I copied this part, copy it as parts, yeah, and you paste it into this data item, yeah. Yes, so you have to open your application modeler where you configure um every action that you'll be needing for this automation to be possible. Yes, so this is rewriting the name of the application we're about to launch, which is centric data solution. This is where we put the location of our application. Yes. Okay. So um all these details here are all what we'll spy using our application modeler. Yeah. And don't you forget that you our application could be launched, and if it's launched, we could also use this medium to identify different parts of our application. Let me just show you an example of how it should be. Yes. So this is our Windows Login Central page. If you highlight it, you could see that this captures the application window of this our application here. So this staff number, when I highlight it, I see that it captures the staff number data box, the password, it captures the password box, and so on and so forth. So if you familiarize yourself with Blue Prism basics, you should know how to spy different elements needed for our application to function as expected. For example, this password box, click it on here, you will see that I use a UI mode to capture these data. Okay, so the emphasis that should be on how I captured every details of this my object. Yeah, so on the attached page here, I created different actions, which here I checked, is it connected, is it connected, yeah. So if it's connected, it goes down. If it's not connected, we attach it. Yeah, so this is our login page where we created the start, the attach. This is our wait stage where we would wait for the staff number to, if it could see um the staff number box, it should wait for 60 seconds before it moves to the next stage. Yeah, so this is a write action, and this write action is where we pass this our staff number and our passwords. Yes, because just like, okay, so this is another wait stage for the login button. So this is our login button where we use our navigation stage to to define some of the actions, which when we've find our login button, would for example, we'll just draw our login button element into the box, and you could choose one of the actions from the drop down, which use global mouse click. Yeah, global mouse click center. Yes. So I've already chosen it here, so I'm just showing you how to do that. Okay. So um everyone can design their model, their object to be anyhow. There's no definite way to design your objects, but provided your design is about 70 to 80% efficient, we are cool with it. Another person can choose to design their object a different way other than the way I did mine. So the point now is, provided you make your process to be highly resilient, highly robust, so that it could handle any errors being thrown from the application, that's all that matters. Yeah, you could see I was able to define the right exceptions in all of my objects. Yeah, and also I put a right wait stage so that it could be able to wait for my applications after the navigation stage. Yeah, so these are just the design. So press OK button. Okay, you need to click the OK button or press anyone would suffice. Okay, so this is the navigate stage. On the navigation menu, we'll see that on the press order stage, we'll have to add other elements which I've already spied here. So this action helps to click on the order menu before you can go to the next stage. Here is the new order which I designed. So this is how the new order looks like. Here is the right to box, and these are the elements and the respective values of the actions that we used. Yeah, and also I'm always defining a good wait stage so that it could wait for the next button, so that it would not pop up unnecessary errors. This is my go button on the navigation stage, where on the go button elements would spy. After it's been spied, you pass it onto these actions and you choose the right action for it, which is global mouse center click. Yeah. So this is for the new order. This is for the add new order. On your add new order page, this is how my own design should be. Always add the attached page on every object on every business action, apart from the launch stage, because the attach will help you to attach every page to the screen if it's not attached. Yes, so that's a good practice, because in the case whereby you're running an application and something happens, your screen is not attached, it automatically pops up an error which is not efficient enough. Yeah, so we'll also design a good wait stage for the process. Yes, so this is the right action which we use to pass these different data items, which are product code, unit price, quantity, customer account number, and the priority order falls. So these are the respective details that were passed into. These are the values, these are the elements, and these are the type. So you could see how the corresponding data items are being dragged into the box, and if you validate it, it's always valid. It shows that it will not pop up any error. But even though it pops up an error, it would also tell you what the error could be, and you'd find a way to navigate around the errors and resolve any issue. So this is the action that clicks the select quantity button. This is the press order. I mean, so this is the press order. This is the select quantity. Yeah, so this is the quantity box. Since I wanted to perform an action of selecting, I clicked on select item. Yeah, so priority order. This is the decision stage, which we are going to write an expression or maybe an argument such that if the data item priority order is true, you should proceed. If it's not true, you should if it's not true, that is if it's false, you should skip the click um priority order. Yes. So this is the press submit navigation stage, which will pass the press submit elements. Yes, which will pass the press submit elements. This is it, submit, which will pass and will press. For you to be able to press efficiently, we have to um use the UI mode to spy the window page, which will activate the application. Yeah. So that is it. So for the order confirmation, this is how the object is. Yeah. So this is the argument used to extract the confirmation number. Yeah. But for our foundation exercise, it was not used because we are not asked to extract the confirmation number. But if eventually you want to extract the confirmation number, yes, so this is what you have to use for it. Okay, so this is the click OK button. Yeah, so like I said, it is also good for you to um activate your application page before you press the OK button, which we did. So this is it. Yes. So also this is detach button. If you want to detach your application, you can also configure a detach action, which if you click on this drop down, see you can either attach, you can detach, you can launch, you can terminate on that same application. Yeah. So this is the configuration for our exit button. Yeah. So this is the navigation stage designed to exit the application. Yeah, so when you click on this Windows login center, the tricks data home solution data home page, you drag the element over here and you click on the action close. Yes, so there are so many actions to click on depending on what your spied element gives you. Okay, so this is to read the window file, and also this is to press the exit in the home page. Yeah, so when we run the application, you will see an overview of what it looks like. Okay, so um, so this is my process, my design process. Yes, this is my design process. So this is how I design my launch and login. I want my application to when it launches and login, when it launches, then it logs in, then it adds the item to queue. Okay, this is the main page. This is the overview of what my process is all about. When it launches and logs in, it gets the next. It adds the item to the queue because I want to work with the queue for this process, and it was from our exercise. It requires us to um, run our solution from the work queue. Yeah. So the next page is get next item. The next page is for you to exit the application, and the next page is for you to end the process. So this is the add item to queue process page where it reads the file. When it reads it, it adds the item to the queue. When it adds the item from the queue, so this is the read file page, which is going to check if the file exists. If the file is the file found, if it exits true, it proceeds. Yes, it creates an instance. It shows the Excel, it opens the Excel, it gets other Excel, and it exits the Excel and it ends it. So this is a very important, delicate part of this process, which involves when my process starts, it gets the next item. After getting it gets the next item. Now this is the decision stage asking if is the item ID is it null? If the item ID is null, if the item ID is not null, then it should proceed. Yes, but if it is null, then it should end the process. Yeah. If the item ID is, if the get next item is not null, it should proceed to the next process, which is go to new order. Yeah, which all these are already designed in my objects process order. Yeah, so this is the queue data collection data. This is the output, no output. This is the order confirmation for it to confirm order. This is update completed status. If the process is completed, it should mark as complete. Then it should move it to it's going to move it to an appended row to the main column, which this is it. Then it goes again to get the next item, and from our data, we are going to work on 15 data items. Well, you are going to see it once the process starts to run. So in a process whereby we'll get an exception, maybe an error from the process while it's running. So you could see that as part of our best practices to also make your process robust enough, you design a block around these pages such that it should recover, and then it calculates an exception and throws it off, append it to a row called main collection. It marks it as an exception and it gets the next item. Yes, so that is all for this process. So let us go straight to it to run the process. I would um start right away running the process, clicking on play. We'll see how the process begins. Yeah, so for surface of automation, I like running my process side to side, or rather side by side, so that I could be seeing whatsoever we are running simultaneously. Yeah, so we can see it is train off an exception which is logging as successful. We'll try again. That's why it's good to design good exceptions, so that issues like this, when it happens, um would be able to navigate through. So the reason why it threw up that exception was that I was not connected to the internet, so I am not able to, it's not able to launch the application. So now let me connect to the internet. Give me a moment, please. Let me connect to the internet. Yeah, so I am connected to the internet right now. So I run the process again. So let's watch how the process goes seamlessly. So another key thing is for you to understand um whatsoever errors you are getting, you should be able to um know what to do at any error being gotten. Okay. Yeah, so I want to watch it play. So I'm restarting it again. Now let's go. Now we'll just sit and relax. So we'll wait like 5 minutes till our process runs finish. And that's the automation. Yeah, is the item found? It's creating an instance, showing the Excel. So this is the Excel we are going to work with. It's going to pick every of those data here. has added the item to the queue. For clarity's sake, let me show you that the item has been added to the queue so that you have an insight of what item being added to the queue means. So these are the 15 items we are working with. It has been added to this work queue. Yeah, so this is it. You could see 15 items have been added to the queue. That's why it's pending. So let us continue. It's getting the next order, is navigating the menu, it's clicking on a new order. Seamless. It's putting up the details. This is the reference number. But our assignment did not say we should pick up the reference number, but we can also design our process to send back that order number back to that Excel sheet. It's 100% possible. It's automation. So the first stage is over. We're going to the second stage. Just sit and sip your tea while you watch your process perform its action. Also, I can also choose to speed it up. Um, let me speed it up so that it's going to be very fast, because we can choose to speed up our automation. Yeah. So let me before I speed up the automation, let me show you um let me show you the first item that was worked on successfully. You could see from our work queue that it has been ticked completed. It was successfully completed. This automation was successfully completed. So let's continue our automation now. I've made it very fast, so I need it to move very fast in the speed of light. I don't know what that was, but let me see. Let me see. How many items have been worked on? Yeah, it threw up an exception here because of um, my Windows screen popped up a virus kind of information, but it's marked as an exception, and it went to the next one. So you could see here it has locked the next one for processing. Okay, just take it to normal so I could be flowing with it for the sake of this. Yeah, my network is not too solid. That's why we're having a little bit of lagging. But if I pause it and go to the to my work queue, we'll know the status off. So we could see I'm having three exceptions. Okay, so let me refresh. Um, Select all. Select all. Mark them as exception. I have to mark this first and then unlock the case. Then select all. Mark all cases as an exception. um network issues, and I, okay. So you could see that even if when we had an exception, he went to throw up an exception, and our process still continues because we are able to design a good exception, handling process, so that those kind of errors can result in one. Maybe your network, like me, I had a bad network and it could not pass in that it could not enter the details in real time. That was why an exception occurred. But however, it was able to go to the next item. It was able to get to the next item to perform the actions we needed to perform. And now you see how our robot is working. We are placing our orders automatically. So that's basically what automation is all about. Our ability to access this centric data solution portal and place an order, extract the data, click on exit, and go to the next item. So, like you see, like we are saying now, we are putting the next set of order details, which makes our process very interesting because, in as much as we have errors, the errors could be controlled because we have good exception handling mechanisms. Yeah, so that's it. So let's allow it to run for the 15 data item so that we could see how many went towards the exception and how many was completed successfully. Okay, so check your WhatsApp. Yeah, so that's how the process is very seamless. So we just watch how that's what robotics is all about. watch our process do exactly what it tells it to do. Yes. So your ability to handle any issue you get, yes, makes you very good in RPA, because RPA is all about developing models, designs that could automate a mundane process, something that um, could be done repetitive. So if it is a repetitive task, why do you have to stress yourself doing it when you can model a robot which could do it for you? So that's what RPA entails. That's what robotics um, encourages us to do. Yes, it helps us with mundane tasks, all those repetitive tasks. Yeah, I think this is a 13th data item, or rather the 13th data set. I'm not so sure, but let's see. Once you say get next, no, then we'll know that we are done. Yeah. So, sorry, I was at work. So we could see that our data item, I mean our process, has been successfully completed in little or no time. Okay. So let me go to my work queue and see for myself. So I just have to refresh to see. Yeah. So you could see that one item did not load in successfully because this is it. Our We had issue. It was not able to recognize the home window as at when it wanted to place in that values. So so this is it. So I hope this demo helps you in your learning part in Blue Prism. Yeah. So if you have any questions, just comment below, and thank you for using this as a source of guide for your foundation analysis exercise. Thank you. Bye.